I'm going to make you co-host and I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, okay? Oh, you were muted.
Yeah, I got it. I'll let them all in. Admit all. Hey everyone. How many of us are there in here? There's 13, so there's 11 of you guys. Today will be shorter than yesterday. Yay! So it'll probably only take about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 today. And I don't know if everyone's here yet, but on Monday, we are going to be changing the training time so you guys can all hopefully be there together at once. So we were planning on 1 o'clock. Is there anyone who couldn't make it at 1 o'clock on Monday? Can you give me a show of hands if you can't make it on 1 o'clock on Monday? No? Looks like everyone can. Give me a thumbs up if you can, because it's weird. Yeah? Okay, great. Awesome. So we're going to send out an email having you guys all come on Monday at 1 together. And Monday is going to be a bit of a review day. You're going to get your final partner. You're going to have a chance to run through everything, ask questions, and then we're going to go over some housekeeping stuff, but like what actual orientation day is going to look like in terms of like the little things that are kind of not as much fun. But we'll go over all that on Monday. Today we're just going to finish the activity packet. So if everyone wants to get out their activity packet, we should be on number 5 today. That's what we're starting with, called Fast Fingers. Yay! So Miss Fiercine, I was just telling them how we're going to do Monday at 1.
Yeah. Cool. Does that work for everyone? Did you get a list of names that can't make it?
Yep, no, they said everyone can make it here. Yeah, which is great. I also got a partner for Lauren can't make it.
Correct. So Lauren and Marissa. Anyways.
Yes, so that'll be partners. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna start with Fast Fingers today. Fast Fingers is pretty easy. It's fun. It's and it's really just kind of like a brain break, like silly game kind of thing. Because the next 2 are a little more like the meat of what we're doing. So Fast Fingers is just kind of this introduction to it. It's kind of silly. So since we have different people than we did on yesterday, I suppose, and there are 11 of us, Miss Fiercine, I'm gonna have you be one of the people if that's okay. So to get us started, we're gonna have to do number off one more time because we need numbers again and we have different people. So can I have someone volunteer or victim to be our numbers off leader and explain the rules of numbers off, practice explaining the rules of numbers off, and then numbers all off. Anyone who feels comfortable doing numbers off? Number off?
We will awkwardly sit here until someone volunteers.
What about
Riley? Is that a hand up?
Was that a volunteer?
No, my hand went numb.
Oh gosh.
Okay. What about Lily? Oh, Emma, will you do it?
I'll just do it. Whatever.
Yay, thank you, Emma.
Thank you, Emma.
Okay, so the group needs to do an order, and do you want me to start with 1? Okay, I'll start as number 1, and Miss Fierstein will be, how many do we have? 12. And in order, well, not in order, someone will just raise up their hands and call out 2. It could be Miguel, call out 2. And so you're going to try to get a number each time and not try to get the same number as someone at the same time. So we're going to go in order. I'm 1. Now someone goes.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait, who's 5?
Rock, paper, scissors, Miguel.
Oh.
So when someone does rock, paper, scissors, I would verbally be like rock, paper, scissors, shoot, just so there's no like weird
Oh.
eye confusion.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Rock. Okay, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Jenna,
Jenna,
what
what
was
was your hand? Your hand is below the screen.
Oh, I was a rock. Do you want to do it again?
Here, Jenna
Oh.
just can get 5. I'll just go with that.
So then what happens if someone wins one of the rock, paper, scissors? What do we do? Do you guys remember?
you
Miguel, what do we do?
restart. You restart.
Yeah, so we'll restart with the first person.
Down.
Okay, 1.
Oh, 2. Sorry. 3, 4,
5.
6.
7.
7.
Ooh. Competition. Yeah. Sit. Lay down.
Okay, ready?
Who
Rock,
am I playing?
and me.
Oh, okay.
Down.
Okay, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Let's see. Okay, do it again. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Dang it. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, Riley won. Okay, so now we start back over. 1,
2, 3, 4,
5.
6.
7,
8,
9, 10.
Okay, right? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, Amber won. Okay, we'll start again. 1,
2, 3, 4,
5.
6.
7,
It was 8.
8,
9, 10.
11,
Come. Come here.
and this year seems 12.
12.
For fast fingers, thank you, Emma. I appreciate it. Everyone give her a round of applause really quickly. Yeah. So for fast fingers, you need to have your numbers. You'll already have them pre-established from the beginning, so that won't be a problem. So what we're gonna have you do is numbers 1 and 2, raise your hands. Look at each other on the screen, see where the other person is. You guys are right here for me, right there, right there. So you guys are partners. Make sure you remember each other's spaces. Okay, 3 and 4, raise your hands. You are each other's partners, don't forget. Numbers 5 and 6, raise your hands. You are each other's partners. All right, 6 and 7. Oh, sorry, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 7 and 8. Yeah, you guys are partners. All right, 8 and 9. Oh, 9 and 10. I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. 9 and 10. You guys are partners. Great. And now 11 and 12. Raise your hands. You
Yeah,
two are partners.
Olivia.
So Miss Fierstein and I are going to show you what the game looks like, and you guys will need to model this for your students as well, for your freshmen. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go. Miss Fierstein and I can both raise our hands with just one hand at this time, one hand, and we can put whatever number of fingers up we want. So 1, 2, 3, go. And then the goal is for us to try and add up the number of fingers first. So like Miss Fierstein clearly got it before me this time. We said 5. She said 5. So she technically won that round. We are not keeping track because this game is chaos. You guys will see when we play it all together in a second that there's no possible way for you to really keep track of who wins and who loses and who gets whatever points. It's just a fun competition game, okay? All right, so let's try one round. Do we understand the rules? Give me a thumbs up if we understand. All right. So,
Aurora, sorry, hold on, Ms. Kugler. What number were you, Aurora?
I was 3. I'm sorry, I couldn't get to the person in time before their hand went down.
oh yeah,
Who's
no,
number
that's
4?
actually,
Leah.
Okay.
so this
Sorry.
is actually, that's really good. No, that's really good that that happened because that will happen day of. We are hoping that I wrote on the like invite that people should try and use Chromebooks if they have it possibly around, but we will have people on phones. It's bound to happen. So make sure when you're playing these games that people have their phones turned sideways. So they're in, what's the view called?
Landscape.
Yes, there we go. It's landscape. It's close to portrait. And we also want to make sure that they are able to track and see what's going on. So I'm glad that happened. Okay, are we ready? Okay, so everyone's gonna need to unmute in a second because you're gonna want to try and beat your partner and you need to be unmuted for that. So on the count of 3, raise your fingers, whatever you want number wise, and try and count first, okay? Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
4.
5.
9.
9.
9. Miguel, you
Go get.
Okay,
Oh,
1, let's try again. 1, 2, 3, go.
8.
3.
5.
beat you, Jenna.
Okay,
what?
2.
1, 2, 3, go.
5.
4.
6.
1, 2, 3, go.
5.
5.
3. 5.
All right. We get the point of this game, right? It's silly. You're just like counting and it's like a speed thing. If people get frustrated and annoyed, we just remind them that this is just for fun and we're just playing a game together. But now, since we've got the first round, we're gonna make it a little bit harder. So now, when you raise your hand, you have to raise both hands. But you can do any number of fingers on either hand. So I could do like this. So Miss Fierstein, let's try together. So 1, 2, 3, go. You have to have both hands up.
6. Sorry, that was not because I had lots of time to think about it. That wasn't
So
very good.
you need to put both hands up the second round. So you could do like 1 and 1. You could do like
Very
5.
confusing.
Yeah, so you can do whatever you want number wise. And it makes it exponentially harder. So let's try like once or twice, just so you guys can feel what it's like. So 1, 2, 3, go.
10.
4. Oh,
2.
13.
10.
And this is clearly going to be one of those moments where you're going to start laughing because it's silly chaos. But okay, so let's do like 1 or 2 more times. So 1, 2, 3, go.
8.
9.
12.
9? That's a lot harder. I haven't played it that way, Miss Kugler.
We played it last time.
I guess not with like the split fingers, or at least I wasn't paying attention to that. That's hard.
It is hard. It's like a step up. So it's fun. This game isn't supposed to last very long. Yeah, you have a question, Emma?
Yeah, so it says assign partners from the list of names. Are we going to have a list of names of our group or no? Okay, that's what I thought.
No. So unfortunately,
be
we can't
random.
figure it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll go over all of this on Monday, like what your group's gonna look like, but it's gonna be totally randomized, and but your partner will be the person we assign you on Monday. So you're gonna know them by their numbers from number off, and you're gonna write down their names during high wave. So a wave high. So we'll talk about all of that stuff on Monday to like kind of clear up all of that. But yeah, it's gonna be, you're just gonna assign by numbers.
Yes.
Yeah, Jenna.
Are we gonna know our partner? Like, is it in group 2, or are we gonna be partnered with other groups?
It could be anyone in the link crew. So it may not be from this group particular, but from another.
Okay.
And you'll find out on Monday.
Yeah, we'll try and do within groups, but it's not gonna be possible for everyone. So yeah. Okay.
Do you have your hands up?
So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna put you in groups. How many? There are 11 of you. So 3 groups of 3 and 1 group of 2. And you guys are gonna practice giving the instructions for this because it's pretty easy, but we want you to practice verbally anyway. And we're gonna give you, if there's 3 of you in a group, 2 minutes a person, let's say like 6 minutes, and then bring you back so we can do our next activity. You guys have any questions about this one before we send you into breakout sessions? No? All right. Good luck. Have fun.
Okay, let me just make sure.
Becoming a pro at these breakout sessions.
I know I'm becoming so familiar with it. It's actually really fun. Okay, ready? Go.
Later.
There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, we went across the street to go get a breakfast. So like after we ended, I got a text message from Becca. There was a science meeting for the online program, and I wasn't gonna go because this was supposed to take that time. And then I got a text message from Becca, and I was like, well, okay, I'll go. Like I have the time now. So then I didn't get off of that until 10:20, and then we went across the street to get breakfast. That's why I was
At
late.
Bob's Red Mill.
No, that would have been longer, but it would have been better. Like I have a breakfast sandwich from this coffee shop that's literally across the street, but they're so rude. Like they're just shitty people. Oopsies. I forgot this is recording.
There's brown in here, but
Like a dirty blonde?
I haven't seen it like naturally.
Do you think it will still be dirty blonde if you let your hair grow out? Because hair color
Maybe.
change sometime over
I
time.
know, and it's been like 15
You've been dyeing your
years
hair
since
for like 15 years.
it's been a
The
long time.
texture could be
Hi,
different.
guys.
Hi.
We're talking about hair right now. It's fine.
It's fascinating.
Okay. I know, yeah. You guys are probably really interested to learn about like the molecules in hair and like not really.
Texture.
I'm joking.
Anyways,
Okay.
so how did that go? How do we
How'd that
feel?
go? Give me a thumbs up if you feel like you're really confident with it. Thumbs down if you're like, I don't really know what I'm doing. Okay, cool. We get to do a fun activity now. I actually really like this one. I think it's cute, but I'm also.
So also, if you notice that your group of 9th graders are really good at the fast fingers, and it's like the adding it together is like super easy. You know, Ms. Kugler taught you how you can do 2 hands and then like split the digits to make it harder and stuff. You could also turn it into multiplication if they got that pretty easy. So you could also have your partner do like 2 and 1, and then that would be 2, but you can do multiplication that way instead. So just some other.
Yeah, you can start with the one-handed multiplication and then move to the two-handed multiplication. Yeah.
Of course. So yeah, so it's just kind of up to you to gauge how your 9th graders are doing and how they're handling it, right? So fast fingers is a good one. It's like a good quick one. Again, I think I mentioned this yesterday, you know, trying to observe how these activities, like these little tidbits that you can pull from these activities and connect it to how it's important. So yes, it is a brain break. Like it is just something to do that's fun. But also think of like fast fingers, like if you work together, you can get more, just those kinds of little things those hidden little messages, as much as that if you can pull, it will make the activities purposeful, right? We don't want the freshmen to be leaving orientation feeling like it was a waste of time. And if we can relate how these activities bring it back to a purpose, then people will feel like their time was spent. The main part of orientation, I think that, let me know if this was you when you were a freshman, but I feel like a lot of incoming ninth graders are expecting it to be more informational in terms of what to expect with the classes, how the school structure goes, the bell schedule. But our intentions of having orientation is more about making connections, entering the school knowing somebody, or at least having a familiar face, let alone having older classmen. Sorry, Miguel, I saw a sibling back there. Adorable.
My baby brother.
He's adorable, absolutely adorable. But that is what orientation is. Now Ms. Kugler and I are trying to develop it to be more content, but for this year, it is going to be about connection. So trying to make the activities as purposeful as possible. Okay. Now, if you take a look at your manual, you'll notice that we are on activity 6. So after we have a chance to do fast fingers, we're going to go into something that's called What's True for You. Now, remember I told you that all of these activities are building on one another. So we've got some things that are scaffolded. We start with the number up to kind of break the ice. We do these activities to work together, blah, blah, blah. Now we're getting to the point where people are able to introduce some information about themselves. Again, giving information about yourselves allows other people to have shared and common interests. Maybe there's a connection there. The directions are pretty simple and straightforward for this activity, but it is important that you have this in front of you when you're doing this, because you're going to need to quickly access the question. So for this one, you're going to kind of set it up by saying like, all right, we've had so much fun trying to work together and play together, but now it's time for us to try to learn some new information. We have this game called What's True for You. Raise your hand. Have you ever played Battleship? Right? Your ninth graders may or may not have played Battleship, but basically you'll explain to them that there's a grid that you will be choosing a letter A through F and a number 1 through 6, and that will correspond to a question that I'll ask you that you will be answering in front of the group. So Ms. Kugler has that grid up in front of them. It may be a good idea for the mentors with your mentor partner to decide who's going to read the question and who's going to hold up the grid, so that ninth graders who are more visual can actually have something to look at and choose a square, rather than trying to imagine the numbers and the letters. I don't know about you guys, but I personally am someone who gets frazzled and flustered when it comes to my turn. And like, I think when I went through this training, I think I said like A8, and they're like, it's just 1 through 6. So having a visual helps for those types of students. So making sure that you guys talk about that and plan that before you start. With that, you can start by, it's up to you how you want to start with the students. You can go in that numerical order that we already have preset. You can ask for volunteers first. You can call on someone. It's up to you and your partner about how you want to go about this activity. But once you give your question, or once you give the instructions, you start having them pick the question. So we're going to do a couple. We're not going to go through everybody, but we are going to go through a couple. Ms. Kugler, did you want to, I feel like you wanted to jump in.
Yeah, just make sure that no matter what order you do, I'd say like if you think you're going to forget someone, I would go in number order. But like just make sure you get everyone, because it would be really sad if you forget like one person. So like the safest bet is number order.
Yeah.
But
so I'm going to go ahead and kind of pretend like I'm in mentor mode. Okay. So this is like do-do-do, do-do-do. You guys know Wayne's World? Do-do-do, do-do-do. No? Too old? Okay.
I'd be really surprised. Who actually knows Wayne's World?
Wayne's World is such a good.
Raise your
Thank
hand.
you, Jenna. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, like
Really recommend you guys watching it. It's actually like really funny and very relevant. So
it's pretty funny.
inside jokes and reference it. Okay, so mentor hat. All right, freshmen. So we have a game for you. It's called What's True to You. Now, this is an opportunity for you to share some information about yourself. So the way we're gonna play this game is there is a grid, right? Kind of like battleships. Has anyone here played battleships before? You know, where you've got the rows and you've got the columns. Yeah, you have like, and you say a letter and a number and then it gets you to a box. Exactly like what we are going to be doing. So if you can take a look at the other leader, Miss Kugler is going to have the boxes for you. So that way you can have a better visual in case you got a little confused. But you are going to choose a letter A through F and then a number 1 through 6. And that's going to give you the question that you answer. You guys ready to play? Great.
Also, don't cheat right now.
Yeah, don't look at the questions, okay, before you, like, right now. You can look after, not now. Okay. Do I have a volunteer who'd like to go first? Leah, thank you so much for volunteering. So, Leah, can you please give me letter A through F and a number 1 through 6?
E5.
E5. Okay. If you could hang out with a cartoon character, who would it be and why?
Oh, that's maybe like Curious George, just because it'd be so nostalgic, you know? I always wanted to be friends with Curious George, so probably him.
Really good answer.
Yeah.
Good.
It's funny,
Wow.
that's the same one someone picked last time.
So, thank you so much for sharing, Leah. I think that was a really good point about Curious George. But you also chosen a question with a group dare. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yes. Are we ready for this group dare? So, for a group dare, that means everybody needs to participate. So, I need everyone, you guys don't know what it is yet, but what I want you guys to kind of get your bodies ready. Ready? Come on, just like shake out your arms, get situated. If you're lying down, you need to get up, okay? So this group dare is a virtual dance party. So on the count of 3, I'm gonna play a song for 5 seconds, and I want you to bust out in your best virtual moves, your best virtual dance moves. Are you guys ready? I'm gonna give you a second to think about what you want your dance move to be, but everybody has to be involved in this one. Are you guys good? You guys have your dance move in your mind?
Hey, Miguel, you got started.
Ready for 5 seconds. Right, there we go, Riley. Yes. Okay, good job. I love how into it you guys were. That was awesome. Great. Thank you so much, Leah, for being our first volunteer. Do I have a second volunteer? Aurora.
I'll do D3.
D3. If you your picture taken with any living person in the world today, with whom would you choose to be photographed and why?
I don't know.
It could be like a group too, if it's like a music group or like.
I mean, like, I would like to like throw it back to like One Direction times, you know? Yeah.
And why?
I'll do a One Direction photo op. Yeah.
And why One Direction?
I don't know. I was listening to One Direction this morning. That's just automatically what came to my mind.
Fair enough. Great. Thank you so much. And then Emma, I think I saw your hands up. You want to go ahead and choose a number and a letter? You're muted. But I think I saw you say B5.
D5.
D5. Okay. If you could add anything at all to make an elevator ride more interesting, what would it be and why?
Someone's face is
Ah!
like,
I would add, someone would have to be in there at all times. So like the little button presser person, but it'd have to be like a really weird button presser person. That's my answer.
Good.
interesting doesn't always have to mean good. It could be
That's
bad
true.
too. So
Oh my God, that puppers. I mean, your dog is so stinking cute.
yeah, between Emmy's
no.
dog and Miguel's little brother, I was just like cuteness.
It was very difficult for me to keep a straight face. Great. So we're not going to go through everyone, but you guys start to get the idea. Couple of things here. I made this mistake in the last session. I was so excited by one of the questions that after the student went, I gave what my answer would have been, and I immediately realized that that was not okay. So even if you yourself have a great answer, don't give your answer, because what it does is it takes away the attention from the person whose question it was assigned. So making sure that even though you can agree with them, like, oh my God, that's what I would have said, that's fine. But if you answer the question for yourself, then it's not fair to that person, because it's not really about, like, you already had your chance to introduce yourself and give information. This is really the time for the ninth graders to be giving their information to their fellow ninth graders. So I made that mistake, and I realized that it was really, it wasn't very sensitive. And so just make sure that you don't do that mistake that I did. The second
And
thing,
also, oh, sorry. No, go ahead. Finish that one.
I was just going to say, the second thing is trying to pull as much engagement from your ninth graders, because every single person is going to get to go, and you're going to probably have anywhere between 12 and 14 students in your group. So after the 14th, like after the 5th time that somebody asks their question, it's going to seem like it's a little lull. Like there is only one person that's talking and participating. So some others might start to lose disinterest, but that's not really fair for the people who are waiting their turn, right? Because they've been waiting all this time to share some information about themselves. So trying to engage the rest of the audience. So for example, Aurora said, One Direction, right, for her answer as to who she'd want to photograph. So ways that you can include the rest of the group is, oh my gosh, One Direction, love them. Who else in here likes One Direction? Yeah? Do I have One Direction fans? Cool. What about, does anyone like the Jonas Brothers? Like, right? I don't know. I just, those are the only two that I know.
I think we're old. Like
I know. I'm like, the more and more I try
like,
to relate, the more and more I realize that, like, I'm not young anymore.
like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys were like our childhood thing. Like,
I know. So yeah, so trying to pull in the rest of the group, still not taking away attention from the person who's giving the answer, whose turn it is, but trying to involve everyone so that everyone still feels like they're a part of this, that they are paying attention and they're not like zoning out.
and also on the other side of that, like if you have a group that's super reluctant, like even after all these activities, they're still reluctant. What I would do is have you both mentors model the questions asking. So like, and maybe prepare one that's like super silly or something. So like look through the list and be like, okay, if our kids are nervous, like you ask me this, like I'll choose this one question so I can answer it. So like I prepare one to ask and to like be asked, just so you can like break the ice if you need to again, like if they're still nervous. Are we through with this one?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like I already told you, this is an opportunity for them to really get to know each other, right? We've been doing these breaking the ice activities, and this is the one where they actually share information about their own interests. So trying to make as many connections, like even, so here's another way to engage people, right? Let's say I was a huge One Direction fan, you know, or maybe I see somebody, like I'm the leader. Let's say Aurora said One Direction, and immediately I saw Emmy getting real excited about that, right? Emmy was like, oh my God, yeah. that would have been a great opportunity for me as the leader to connect the two of them. Like, Aurora, did you just see Emmy? Emmy just freaked out when you said One Direction. Holy cow, look at you two. You two are going to be like best friends now. Like, right? That's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to make connections. So if you start to see somebody's eyes light up by somebody else's answer, call it. Aurora, did you know that Emmy really likes One Direction too? Emmy, did you know that Aurora did? Did you guys plan that together? Did you guys like talk to each other behind the scenes? I don't know. It seems like there's something going on there. So, you know, something cheeky and something like cheesy like that. But that's what we're trying
Yeah. Also know your audience. Like, if they seem nervous, don't do it. Like, you don't want to make them like uncomfortable. And you could have someone who's like really not like, they may be excited about something, but they're like not wanting to be called on.
if they have this face of like, don't
like the moment you say their name,
don't keep going. That's like the sign of like, oh shoot, she does not like a lot of attention. So gauge your audience. That's everything.
And
though.
Next activity number 7, cross it out. Woo! So basically, this is just another activity that 21 is the one you're crossing out, number 7. We're getting rid of that one because it's another game activity, but we really want to spend more time on what every 9th grader should know / letting them ask questions. So you're gonna get the worksheets, like the sheets for what every freshman should know on Monday. And you'll be able to run through that all and familiarize yourself with it. Yes. And the freshmen should actually already have them. The 9th graders they'll be sent in their like bags that they're going to be getting. So hopefully they've had a time to look through it. If not, you can tell them that it's in that bag. And what you're going to do is you're going to really just give them time to ask questions. So this is a time for you to share your knowledge and your experience, and help them kind of be comfortable. As we said earlier, we don't want to give them assignment, and we don't want to like give them, stuff to be excited by that they can't experience right now. So I would really focus on maybe like positive experiences that you can have currently, like teachers that they could have that you really enjoyed, or like classes you've taken that you really liked, or interactions you've had with people that you thought were really fun. And just really highlight all the great things that can still happen, because it's really easy to feel negative right now. Like, it's easy to feel negative when you don't get to see your friends in person. Even as a teacher, like not seeing my coworkers, my friends, the people I work with, and my students is weird and hard, and makes connecting with people a little bit harder. So we're going to really try and push that positivity, because they're going to definitely have a lot of nerves and negativity, and everyone's feeling a little down right now, right? So we want to kind of bring them up, but also be honest. Please, 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 no bashing teachers in this session. Like, that, there's no room for us to be like, oh, never take a class from Miss Fierstein. She's the worst. You don't want to do that, right? Like, that's clearly not true, first of all. And second of all, like, I want to give every student an opportunity to get to know teachers on their own, right? Like, maybe they would work really well with them. I know some teachers that some kids really don't like and other kids love, right? So it's a total mixed bag, and you want to give everyone the opportunity. You can pump up like experiences you've had. That's totally fine, but we're not going in the negative. Make sense? So that time period is really just to be like, here's information on how to be successful. Let me answer all your stressor questions that aren't on this paper that they'll have in front of them. Be prepared to read some of those things, but that's pretty much it. So
yeah, and I would, you'll get them on Monday, so you'll have a chance to take a look at what every 9th grader should know sheet before orientation Thursday. But one thing that I would recommend is like when you get your mentor partner on Monday, you'll have a whole time to meet together. But make sure that you guys are starring like at least 3 to 4 in each of those 4 categories that we talked about, that you really think it's really important that they know and that you want to stress, because you're not going to have enough time to go through every single item in every category, but you are going to want to have a few go-to that if there was anything that they should absolutely know about walking into the school, it's these things. So that way you're not spending time on orientation day, like running through like, well, this one's important, right? Like you're ready, you're prepared. And then answering their questions. And if you don't know an answer to one of their questions, it's okay to say, that's a really good question. I'm going to write that down and then I'll get back to you. Because then you can come check in with one of us, and if we don't know the answers, we'll go find the answers for you. But keep in mind that we don't have an assigned list, and this is part of the housekeeping that we'll go over on Monday. But just as a heads up, because this is going to be a randomized group of 9th graders, these are the same 9th graders that you're going to be keeping in contact with the entire year. So I don't know if you remember when you guys were freshmen, but some of the mentors and leaders may have given you their number or their Instagram account where they can send whatever you're comfortable with. If you're not comfortable giving them your number, maybe add them on friends on Instagram or something that you can send messages to. Personally, I'm gonna not say to message through Snapchat, just because those messages do erase and you just never know. Like, it's just more of like a precaution kind of security thing. But whatever you're more comfortable with. But then that way you will have like specific people that you will be splitting up the group that you and your mentor partner will have. And you will have about 6 to 7 freshmen that you will be responsible for checking in with the entire year. So like, for example, the schedule for distance learning and for hybrid, you're only going to have a couple hours in the morning on Friday with your teacher and for your classes. And then you're going to have Friday afternoon to yourselves while the teachers are planning. So that is the time that we expect for you guys to check in with the freshmen, especially in the beginning of the school year. It is so crucial that those first 4 to 6 weeks, you are constantly checking in. Someone who may have a really good handle on it in the first week of school could really be struggling after 6 weeks. And so that's why you're doing this. It's for it to be there. So if they have that very long-winded answer too, if they have a question, get their information, tell them you'll get it to them, and then you can give them it one-on-one.
Yeah, and we'll go over all of this again on Monday. All of the logistic pieces, like however you want to communicate with them is fine. As long as it's appropriate, we don't care.
Yes. Emma?
Yeah, Emma.
So if we gave them our phone numbers, but you wanted us to keep like in check with them all year, we need their phone numbers to like reach out to them first. So could we like say like, here's our phone number, text, like pull out your phone right now and just text me your name, and so later we can
That
would be
is
perfect.
perfect. Yeah.
Honestly, that's probably also going to be the easiest way to do it, instead of trying to get everybody's name. But you guys will be responsible for getting everybody's name in your group and getting it back to Miss Kugler and I. So however you and your mentor wanna figure out how to do that, the text message.
It's a big ask, and we know it's a big ask. So we're counting on you guys. We only have one last activity today.
Yeah.
And it's actually kind of fun. It's silly.
Yes. Are you guys ready for it? Miguel, I think I saw another hands up. Did you want to ask after? Or did you want to ask now? No? Okay. Okay, so this one is also a bit easy, but cheesy is good. I don't know about you, but I love cheese. I think cheese is delicious. So you need to be able to sell the cheese, whether it's brie or Havarti, it does not matter. It's all delicious, but you need to sell it, okay? So like, I know it's cheesy, but like, listen to how I'm selling it to you. Some of you guys are probably laughing at me like, oh my God, Miss Bierstein, you're crazy. Some of you are like buying into it. You're going to have 9th graders across the board. Some of them are going to totally buy into it. Some of them aren't. But I'm going to push you to sell it as much as you can, because it's better to put yourself out there and get more people into it than being worried about what they think and then not getting as many people into it. Does that make sense? So this
All right.
what we're going to do is called a group virtual handshake. So I'm trying to sell the cheese. I'm trying to get you guys into it. Don't tell the 9th graders it's cheesy, okay? Do not start off that way. I'm saying it to you to get you guys pumped up, but do not tell the 9th graders that this is cheesy, all right? But you want to pump them up. So like, all right, guys, we've had a great time together. We've had a chance to laugh together. We've had a chance to meet each other, get to know one another, learn about what high school life is going to be like. So we need to round this up. We need to show that we're awesome. And we're gonna do that by creating a virtual handshake. So how we're gonna do this? I thought you'd ask that question. I need a volunteer to just give me one movement, one motion. Who's gonna be the first one? Go on, don't be shy. Okay, I saw Leah. Leah did this kind of brush her hair back. So that's the first motion that we're gonna do, okay? So everyone, I need you guys we need to get ready here. Get your hair ready where you can brush it back, whether you're a guy or a girl or anything. You're just gonna go ahead. And the first move is gonna go like this. Brush it back. Yeah, just like that. Brush it back. Awesome. Thank you so much for that first move, Leah. What's the second move gonna be? What's the second part of our handshake? Oh, I like that, Miss Kugler. I saw that fist bump. Okay, so we're gonna go brush your hair back and then go right into the fist bump in the camera. I love it. I love what I see. So let's put those two things together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, what's the third move gonna be? Come on, I gotta have a third movement. All right, Miguel. Okay, Miguel, maybe like break it down. I can't keep up. Choose one of those things. This? Is that what you want? No?
Corinna did something too. Corinna, what were you doing?
Oh, I like that. Okay.
That one? Oh,
Okay.
I like that.
So we've got 3 moves so far. So we're going to do our hair back.
Hair toss.
And we're going to say hello. Okay, that's 3. We've got 2 more. So I need 2 more volunteers. What else are we going to do? Emma? Ooh, okay.
Ooh,
Go into butterfly.
So
okay,
nice.
Let's put those 4 together then. So we've got a hair brush back, fist bump, like this, and then up with a butterfly. And what's our last one gonna be? Fly like a butterfly, sting.
Where are we gonna go from here?
Where are we gonna go from here? Oh, okay, Miguel, W for Wilsonville. I like that. Okay, so let's put all 5 together, right? So 1, 2, 3. Hair back, fist bump, open up, butterfly, W. That was pretty nice.
It was actually really smooth.
Okay, let's try that again. Let's do it a couple of times. So that way when we meet together in the middle of the year, I'm going to expect you guys to remember our virtual handshake, okay? Are you ready? Let's start in 1, 2, 3. Yes, that is awesome. Yeah.
So it's
Something
super
like
cheesy, but it's also kind of fun.
I mean, every one of you guys was involved, and I'm sure that also has to do with just your disposition and your personality, which is why you were doing Link Crew in the first place. But that was awesome. I thought that was great.
Also, keep in your back pocket. So all of you as mentors, if there is a frozen moment where no one is volunteering anything, you need to have one of these moves in your back pocket. So you need to have like one in mind. Like the first session, we did a fist bump. So I was like, okay, we'll just reuse the fist bump. But
Right.
someone here needs to remember, like you all need to remember at least 1 or 2 moves just in case it gets really silent. And you saw what Miss Fierstein did. She saw Emma just moving her hair. And so she was like, okay, that's going to be a move, right? Like you see someone do something like last session, we had someone lean back and cross their arms. So that became a move, right?
Right.
So be watching if like no one volunteers anything, just like pull things out of a hat Okay.
Yeah, it was Leah. So Leah, thank you so much. You probably didn't even realize you were volunteering, but that was a perfect, like what Miss Kugler said. I was like, it was super like kind of lull, and I was just waiting for anyone to move. Like even Olivia, you just scratched your head. I would have pulled that as a move. Like, oh, Olivia got our first move. We're gonna scratch her head. Like, what's our handshake gonna start? Like, right? Like, super cheesy. Sell that cheese, right? That Gouda. That Gouda's amazing. Gotta sell it.
You didn't think you guys were gonna become cheese salespeople after this, huh?
God, I do love cheese now. I want it.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions before we set you free today? Okay, remember we're switching the time to Monday at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. And I will send a new link for you guys too.
Yeah, Monday at 1. So be aware, we'll send out an email link.
Yeah. If you
all
don't get an
housekeeping
email
stuff,
link
you'll
by
get your
Sunday
partner.
night, let me know.
Don't worry. We'll bug her. And we'll go over all housekeeping. You'll get your partner and you'll be able to run through all of this, okay? So you can have a couple of run throughs, ask questions, feel ready. Sounds good?
Before we go, I just want to see a thumbs up if you had a chance to practice from yesterday. Thumbs in the middle if you were like, I didn't practice, but I feel pretty good. And thumbs down if you're like, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to practice. There's no judgment. We've got a couple of days. Okay, good. Awesome. So yeah, so just make sure that you have had a chance to practice, right? And do those homework assignments like I mentioned yesterday, practicing to your dog, practicing to anybody, but make sure you have had a chance to practice before Monday. Okay, should we do our handshake time before as our goodbye? All right, let's do it one more time. Ready? 1,
They're reluctant nods.
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Emmy, what's your dog's name with his little beard, her beard?
His name is Bradley Cooper.
It's what?
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. He's so
I
cute.
love it.
And Miguel, what's your little brother's name?
His name is Elijah.
Hi, Elijah.
Elijah. Hi, Elijah.
He destroyed my entire bookshelf right now. Oh
Is
no.
he like less than 2? 2?
Yeah, he's gonna be 2 next month.
He's
shy.
adorable. Look at that little face.
Really cute.
He's not a Miguel. He's shy.
All right, y'all. You are all free. We were just curious.
Be free.
Have fun. Have a good afternoon. We'll see you on Monday.
Hold on.